I'm going to get Excedrin, and then when I get back, we're talking about Hazbin Hotel.
I'm gonna get water too, actually. So, yeah.
MemeCast Podcast.
So, what did you think?
Well, okay, there are a couple moments where I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
However, at the rate of like 60 moments per minute, and it being 30 minutes, there were very few moments out of the total moments that I enjoyed the film.
If you want my opinion, I think it's very mediocre.
Did I ask for your opinion?
Maybe. But, yeah. That's kind of what I feel, is that I feel like there's some good moments, but those are kind of too and far between, really. I think the pacing is pretty bad. It's like 30 minutes, and I feel like not a whole lot happens in those 30 minutes. You know?
Yeah, I feel you. I really like the radio... Is it the radio demon?
Yeah, Radio Demon.
I really
Alistair.
like the radio demon because he had a cool backstory. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with any of the main plot at all.
He just kind of shows up one day.
Yes, and like he has a cool backstory, but it doesn't match at all with anything.
Come to think of it, it doesn't really get resolved in the end. A whole lot anyway. Which I guess...
There's nothing to resolve in terms of like the lore of hell.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, it's just like, they spend like a whole lot of time at only like 2 locations, really. Like, I know there's a couple more locations, but they spend a lot of time at the news station, and they spend a lot of time at the hotel, which I guess makes sense, but it's like one room in the entire hotel, like 1 or 2 rooms, so it's like really, I don't know. It feels like nothing gets done, really.
Like, I went to a youth group once at this church, and like, Hazbin Hotel was nothing like how they made it out to be there.
I went down to like a Santana cult the other day, and like I was disappointed when I didn't see funny demon sex man make raunchy jokes at me, but instead they stabbed me and just like threw me into a pit. It was a bit weird, honestly. I wouldn't recommend it.
Like, I went to hell once actually, and that's not what it was like.
Yeah, very unrealistic depiction of hell.
I thought my physics engine was a little off.
Thought the graphics kind of sucked. Thought it was very low res.
Well, I had to play it on low settings because my GPU is not strong enough to handle it, obviously. So I didn't care for the graphics a whole lot. The physics engine, as I said, outdated, very poor system. Overall video game mechanics are just lacking as a whole, actually.
The glitches are out of this world.
It is almost unplayable and just astonishing how this game can be put on the market in the state it is.
This was put on fucking Steam for $60 It ripped me off, man. Fucking.
Dude, I got the Platinum Edition for $70.
Oh fuck, man! I feel bad. Feel bad, but oh god, the music! I forgot the music. Wait.
I do not remember any tracks from the episode.
I thought the music was very average and very not rememberable.
I mean, I don't like musicals, so that may have something to do with it.
I just don't think it's that catchy. I think they're just kind of... I feel like they all are very kind of stereotypical.
That is true.
Like I feel like I heard all of these before, which is ironic coming from me because I listen to fucking, 90s techno and they have like the same fucking 5 notes. But fucking, I don't know,
I thought the musicals from... No, I don't think the musicals from Rainbow Dash Presents are more memorable.
You think that they're more like... I guess, yeah, they're more interesting.
They are, because I remember them.
Fucking Pilot Red Sun has better, like, songs and tracks. I'm being serious here and shit, alright? Like...
Pilot Red Sun, he has better lyrics than Hazbin Hotel.
Better dialogue. Oh god. What I don't like is that, it has the same problem from Helluva Boss, where, like, they have just a lot of swears, you know, just for kind of no reason, and a lot of it's just, that's the joke, it's just to swear or something, and like the delivery's not great.
Well, there's like, no, they're swearing for a joke, and I get that, because Tourette's guy,
yeah,
and then they're swearing to like seem realistic
and edgy,
yes.
and like I know it's in hell, but like you don't have to
along the line of like forced swearing to seem edgy.
It's like modern Trailer Park Boys, you know, and that in terms of that, they just have a forced swearing. It's just very, like, I don't know, it's just like, fackity fuck. It's just like, okay, you know. Once, like, and it's only, like, everyone says like, a swear, too. Like, not even, like, the most, like, wholesome character, I guess, like, is, like, safe, so it just doesn't feel like...
What was her name?
I don't know. Charlie.
Charlotte, okay. I thought it was Harley.
I'm an idea. Fucking. Oh, I don't know, I feel like it would be funny if it was used sparingly, like it had like good spread. So like when they put an emphasis, it's actually like kind of, I don't want to say unexpected, but at least more amusing.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame, really.
I didn't like it when Charlie swore because she seemed really nice, and then she said the F word a bunch. I didn't care for that a whole lot. Yeah,
it kind of feels like doesn't go with her character.
I do not believe it goes with her character. I believe it goes against her character.
Yeah, like the exact opposite, you know. It's just like, okay. Alright, Johnny. Okay, buddy, retard. I don't know. I feel like we should save more for the podcast, I guess.
Oh, I already started recording.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
No, I've been recording for 10 minutes, dude. It's already started.
Oh shit. Oh no. I didn't know we were stuck. Oh.
Yeah, that was the point.
Oh. Oh no. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, you know.
That's right, we can edit it. Alright, what's the next segment on the podcast? I have it written down. You don't have it written down.
Can you go on? Can you copy and paste what's on the list?
You have written down Hazbin Hotel / Helluva Bode. Do you recall that?
Yeah, we were gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about, I guess, some Helluva Boss too. I suppose, yeah.
I don't understand Helluva Boss. Like, almost everything about it is confusing to me.
I think it's okay, at least, with that one.
It's funny. But if you, like, actually try to pay attention to it, it's incredibly confusing. And even still, I don't know what's going on, and I've seen it a fair number of times. One of my least favorite parts in it is how I want to say like their theme song is played on the commercial, and that feels like it's like the opening theme song to the cartoon, but that could just be like a cutaway gag to like their commercial, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. I think there's not like clear indicators when that, like I already told you this, but there's like not clear indicators when like they have like background? Yeah, there's no clear indicators when they like have a flashback or anything like that, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, oh, okay. They do a flashback within a flashback, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, okay.
And I don't know if it's a flashback or a cutaway gag.
It's a bit, I guess it's both. I don't know, a bit confusing, honestly.
I don't know when it's cutting to a new scene, cutting to a flashback, or cutting to a cutaway gag.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's like, okay, we're doing this now. And then with like the flashback within a flashback, I forgot his name, the owl dude. They were talking about,
What's the, like, boss's name? Blitz.
I think it's Blitz.
Blitz,
Yeah, Blitz. Or
Yeah,
Blitzy or Blitzy.
when Blitz slept with the dude.
Yeah, it was kind of like, yeah, that shit, like, I don't know. Like, I didn't feel like, because in that context, it was like about, that scene was about how useless Luna was, like the wolf, the furry one.
Yes.
You know? And then...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, in that context, it doesn't even make sense, because Luna is not relevant to that scene at all. All she does is can drink it, and, like, hand him the phone call, so doesn't that make her useful? So, like...
What
that makes no sense.
What it was is that it was a montage of how useless Luna was, and then in one of the scenes of Luna answering the phone call, it was from the owl guy, and she was saying how he sounded pretty DTF-y. And then the other dude's name, I don't know what. Well,
I think it's Moxie.
Moxie, yeah.
And the girl is Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blitz was talking about how, if he never slept with him, they wouldn't have access to the other Earth. And then that started the flashback to when he slept with the owl dude.
Yeah.
Then it cut back to the phone call.
And then, they destroyed the phone.
Yes.
Pretty laugh out loud moment.
It was a pretty funny moment.
Yeah, and then I feel like that was kind of irrelevant to the montage sequence, because, like, I don't know, because because that shows that she's useful, so I don't know.
Luna was probably my favorite character, though.
That's fair. I think my favorite was probably, I don't know, Blitz, probably, I would say, maybe.
Yeah.
Because he had some pretty good line delivery, especially the retarded joke, which apparently a lot of people were pissed off about, apparently.
I did not
like people
that.
It's a Twitter thing or whatever, because they were like, oh man, fucking, they said the R word, that's offensive, you can't say the R word. And this is like, I don't know. And this is like, I don't know anyone that uses the R word to actually demean anyone in like years. And plus it's in hell, so it kind of makes sense.
Yes, but it's in the current social climate of 2019. So.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a bit odd. Anyway. And then fucking... I think Helluva is much better paced than Hazbin Hotel, in my opinion.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, Chief.
Ah, shit. What do you mean, my man?
Here's the thing, though. I don't want to tell you why I disagree, because you might disprove my reasonings.
No.
But you are wrong.
Is it because of the fact that with Helluva it takes place in one room, and with like Hazbin it takes place with a couple more, or
well,
like,
with Hazbin Hotel there aren't like constant cutaways.
That is fair, yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's pretty with Hazbin Hotel. It's consistent, yeah, and then with I guess what I mean is that, like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I had my time better spent with Helluva than Hazbin. Because I felt like there was more jokes or a better joke ratio in Helluva than has been, and like, yeah, I don't know. Although I think they do suffer the same problem where they just kind of talk in like a room for a long period of time. Yeah, so that's probably a problem actually. So
well,
that's
boss is Brandon Rogers, so naturally I like it. But everything I think Brandon Rogers makes has like heavy inspiration from The Office.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Carries over well for live action skits, but in animation, it doesn't translate that well.
Or it's a lot harder to pull off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, yeah, and I just think the way it was directed was very poor in terms of like those like flashback sequences and like the montage, because They don't have like any an effect or anything, or like anything. Not even anything like subtle about it. Like anything subtle that you could tell it was a flashback. It just kind of happens. I don't know. Yeah, and then like with Helluva, I just think it's just there's also kind of it has the same problem with Hazbin where like a lot of the jokes are just they don't have some of the jokes are just like they don't have great delivery or whatever, you know. Yeah, and some of the jokes are just like man say fuck word baby, you know. It's just like okay.
Helluva boss, it's man says our word.
It fucking pisses people on Twitter about it. Fucking, but yeah. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, even. But yeah, I feel like Hazbin Hotel should have been just 22 minutes, and should not fucking 30. If they're gonna not make it 11, they should just make it 20. Because Jesus Christ, it drags for a little while. Pretty good time.
I mean, for me, it dragged for about like 31 minutes. No big deal.
I would prefer if they didn't waste my time for 31 minutes and just went for 22. Like, and I mean, if they're gonna make this like a TV show, because that's the goal, right? Is to put this on television. I think either that or just.
Is that really the goal?
Well, I think it's one of the options. No, actually, they just want to. They're either gonna like fundraise this, or they're gonna like have like someone, a television network, pick them up, or like just a general like maybe Netflix or something. But
yeah, I think television is really like blown out of proportion. Right
that is true. Yeah. Yeah.
Like in the past, it was like the big thing to make it on TV. But now TV kind of sucks a little bit.
Yeah, television's been fucking hurting for a long, couple of years now. Like, I'm pretty sure, I'm surprised it hasn't been full on. It's probably gonna be full on dead in a few years until like someone like brings it back to be all cool or whatever.
But there's
just like fucking.
There's still the idea that like you have to make it on television to actually make it big.
Yeah, which is not true at all. Since the internet has proved this, like, for, like, literally 10 to 20 years now.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't know. My guess is that probably just going to fundraise it or use their Patreon or something. But, yeah. But if they're going to do this as a continuous, like, episode series, I feel like they should probably cut it down to 22 minutes and, like, not make it, like, whatever length they want it to be. Because if they have this time limit, they'll know what fat to cut out and make the pacing a lot better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like this is just a matter of kind of self-discipline than more than a restriction. Like, I don't feel like this should have been 30 minutes. I feel like this should have been... well, honestly, I feel like this could have been 11 minutes if they really had to. Yeah. But 21 minutes... But if they wanted to do for, like, the Family Guy runtime or whatever, then, yeah, I guess 21 minutes is okay. But, like... Yeah, because it just doesn't warrant being so long. It's just not a lot happens at all. Like, yeah. What do you think about the sound design? Because if there's one thing that a lot of people agree on is that they don't like the sound design on this pilot.
I wasn't really paying attention to that a whole lot. I was tuned out for most of it.
In terms of that sound design.
In terms of everything.
Oh. That's fair, I guess. But yeah, with sound design, they just kind of added like a bunch of like random sound effects that didn't really like apply to anything.
I noticed,
it's really
I noticed they used like the squee sound effect that was used in My Little Pony, and they used that twice. I recognize that.
Okay, I think the sum total of Hazbin Hotel is that they just need to cut down on everything because there's too much going on.
Yeah.
I think they need to cut down on the sound design because Jesus fucking Christ, you know, like I think it's more noticeable in reviewings, I guess, because like there's just so many unnecessary sound effects that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Especially on like quiet moments, like where there's like just atmosphere, like in the background and nothing else. It's like, oh fuck.
See, that's the thing though. I don't think I'll be reviewing this though.
That is fair. I'm surprised I've actually watched this a second time, really. I didn't think I would, but
Yeah, me
here
too.
we are. I think Helluva Boss is much better in every way.
Oh yeah,
And
I've
apparently-
watched that a few times now.
Yeah, Helluva Boss, I think, is at least more entertaining.
Yes.
And it makes sense, too, because apparently Hazbin Hotel was made before Helluva Boss. So basically what happened was that the Helluva Boss production was basically everything she learned from Hazbin Hotel, right? So basically, I feel like Helluva Boss should have been the first project she made, because Hazbin Hotel is way more ambitious than Helluva Boss would probably ever be. So, like, I feel like what was made first should have been in reverse, because having Hotel made first was probably a bad idea if she wasn't that experienced, you know?
And like, you also have to realize that these are just pilots.
That is true as well.
So,
They definitely would be improved over time, because, you know,
or at least just by episode 2, I imagine.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they definitely probably would be improved. Normally, pilots are usually the worst episodes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, or at least their least developed ones.
Yes.
Yeah, so I agree with you there, but I think as of right now, I just don't think Helluva Boss is okay, and then with Hazbin, it's very, you know, like it's very Hazbin is a mediocre, and then Helluva is okay overall, in my opinion.
I give it 5 out of 10.
I'm gonna go with more like I'm going with a 5 as well. With Helluva Boss, I'm going more for like a 6.
Helluva Boss is maybe like a 7.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, I think Helluva Boss isn't, but yeah.
I did
so-
like.
Oh.
Hazbin Hotel had 3 songs. Helluva Boss had the 1 jingle. I like the soundtrack for Helluva Boss more than Hazbin Hotel.
That is. I'm not into either, but I understand that at least. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, the Helluva Boss theme song didn't take too much time.
Yes, the
We back it.
soundtrack for Helluva Boss was just more memorable for me.
Yeah,
That's- Speaking of soundtracks, you like that segue I did just right there? Did you like that?
yeah.
Did you like
I'm good. I'm giving that a like 7.
the segue?
Yeah.
Good, I had that planned for like 15 minutes.
All right. What we talking about, boys?
You already know. We're talking about that Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door soundtrack.
Hey, let's go on, my boy.
All right. So you haven't ever heard it, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't played.
I haven't played it either. But that's not important. Let me
Alright.
pull it up here on YouTube. So I'm not going to play it, but it's one of my favorite soundtracks, in my opinion, because at least with like the boss music, it's all about the boss music. If I'm going to be honest here,
That's fair. Yeah.
there's a lot of really good early 2000s electronic techno music in here with experimental elements.
Wait, from Mario? Paper Mario?
have you
from
ever heard any soundtrack from Paper Mario?
I have not actually. no.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, because I don't know, I wouldn't think electronic with Mario, but alright. Yeah, continue.
Okay,
Sorry for interrupting.
Not forgiven.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I forgive you.
Thank you.
One of my favorite tracks is the Bowser boss battle at the end of the game, because that has breakbeat samples, really fast techno music, and it does the thing where like it takes the drum sample and like chops it up really small, which you don't get that a whole lot. I really like that. I don't actually know what else to talk about, but I really enjoy that soundtrack for the good techno vibes it produces.
You just vibing with that soundtrack?
I am indeed vibing with that soundtrack.
Aye, hell yeah.
And not gonna lie, it do be sounding pretty papery though.
What is that? I'm playing BryanBeatMeat. What are you saying here?
It's the Paper Mario soundtrack.
Are you saying the production is paper thin? BryanBeatMeat?
No, I'm saying it's Paper Mario soundtrack.
I don't believe that.
Well, I can't help you with that.
I understand. Therefore, I feel continuing our music trend in life, right?
In life?
Yeah?
Alright, I'm down.
Alright, so I want to talk about, since we're talking about music, right? I want to
Yes.
recommend this album from a indie band called Viper with his album Kill Yourself, My Man. It's I wanted to I could have probably gone with his most famous album, Y'all Cowards Don't Even Smoke Crack, but I want to go with this one because not a whole lot of people know about it. And
Can you tell us about his discography a little bit for the people who aren't aware, like me?
oh, okay, so Viper is a rapper.
Yes.
And he makes his own songs, alright, of course. The man has apparently made over 340 albums
That's
in
a lot
1
of
year
albums.
alone.
Mhm.
Yeah, in 1 year alone. And he's already released, I think he's already released two tracks this month in December of 2019, alright, already. He doesn't stop, and you can buy his entire discography for $38 apparently. But yeah, Kill Yourself, My Man is probably, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't even finished the whole thing, the whole album, but I'm gonna recommend it. Standard album length, about like 30 to an hour. So,
and he releases one every day.
Yeah, he pretty much releases, or at least in 2014, he like released an album every few days or so. But this was released in 2018, so I guess that says a lot. The production, top notch. You could just hear the bassy basses and the wacky vocals, and you could just tell a lot of emotion goes in his voice.
So you're saying it do be sounding pretty bassy though?
Yeah, it do be sounding pretty bassy.
Alright.
It's so good that you can't actually hear what the fuck he's saying, so I think that helps it a lot.
Of course.
And lyrics, yeah, but
Lyrics?
overall,
it has them.
It has them, I guess, yeah. Pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this sounds fucking sucks.
Is it on Genius Lyrics?
Yeah, all the stuff is on Genius.
Okay, give me a track name. I want to experience this actually for real.
Let's go with You're My Best Friend.
Okay.
Alright. There you go. It's spelled like that, by the way.
That makes sense. Because I was looking at the song by Queen.
What I love about this album is that it's threatening but welcoming at the same time. With the album cover itself, it has Kill Yourself, which is normally a way of threatening, but then it warms it up a little bit by misspelling yourself with yourself, and then just adding that calm, welcoming, my man. Like, he's stabbing you, but he's hugging you at the same time, you know? He knows what he's doing.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I don't think he does know what he's doing, actually.
Where did you get that idea, Brian? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I
am on his Bandcamp right now with the album Viper Kill Yourself, My Man. And there is a link that says buy cassette.
Can you? Oh yeah, there is. Buy it. Fucking buy it, Brian. You know what to do. Yep. That a Viper will be pleased. You can contribute to him being. By the way, he's the first trillionaire. To anyone not knowing, so contribute to the first trillionaire,
okay.
Brian. Do it. Do it, bro.
I will be doing that in the near future.
I say buy two, just in case one of them breaks.
Yes. I really like his profile picture, I think it is, with him sitting with a presumably anime female on the lower right side of the picture.
Holy shit. It is there, ain't it? Oh. Wow. Okay, I think that pretty much sums up Viper, really. I don't know what to say more about him, except I highly recommend him.
There's a link here on his Bandcamp. In all capital letters, it says Techno 𝐞𝐩𝐢𝐬𝐤.
Can you send me that? Oh, Techno 𝐿𝐼, I see it right there. Oh shit!
Oh no.
Oh, that he has a digital album for $24.
I don't even have that amount of money.
Oh my god.
In the description of Techno 𝐿𝐼, it says, "Special thanks to the review by rapper Viper on my last release." Now, I only have one question about rapper Viper.
Yeah.
That being, rapper and Viper? I hardly know her.
Viper. Maybe.
That was supposed to be louder. That was supposed to play a lot sooner than it did.
Well, it worked in the end, but yeah. And all right. So what is next on our podcast of the year?
Now, earlier we were talking about the short films that were Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss. But you know another short film that I think warrants some attention?
Yeah.
The short film created by Joshua Films, Pizza Delivery.
Alright, hell yeah. Let's talk about this masterclass art. So, my man's...
Would you like to give an intro to Joshua Films first, for the viewers who do not know?
Alright, so with Joshua Films, he is an independent filmmaker, I believe around 15 to 16 years old at this time. And my man's, I'm pretty sure makes a short film every few weeks. And he's incredible. Like, his products are amazing. And, he has made such hits such as The Man Who Saved Christmas, The House 2,
The House
Message,
3.
House
The
2 and 3, House 4, and
House 5.
Oh yeah, I think he is making that, isn't he? And VR, and I think my favorite, 9/11 official movie. So, around a week ago, during Thanksgiving times, he recorded Pizza Delivery, and he uploaded to YouTube, and this is I want to say newest, but the man already uploaded another fucking short film 2 days ago. So, second most recent film he's made. And the plot is this guy gotta deliver pizzas up in this bitch before
Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving, thank you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And a homeless guy steals it. And that's the plot. He has to get the pizza back, so there we go.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite short films of his, but it is quite incredible still.
It feels like a spiritual successor to The Man Who Saved Christmas.
It definitely does. Definitely has that same style.
Yes. The style being self-aware Joshua Films. And in my opinion, the best kind of Joshua film is that self-aware Joshua film. And
it's
Pizza Delivery is... Yes, sorry?
Continue.
Pizza Delivery is a self-aware Joshua film.
Yeah, it's... I don't know why. Usually when people go self-aware, they usually ruin it, but it actually enhances the Joshua Films experience, right? When he goes full on self-aware. It's quite incredible. And I don't want to say every joke lands, but the jokes that do land, they fucking nuke the fucking ground, alright? It's quite it just hits hard and it hits well, and I love that. Oh man. I think the weakest joke is
we can't spoil the ending.
Alright, okay.
Were you gonna talk about that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna, I was gonna say
okay, so was I.
My least favorite joke is the ending, that's all I will say, I guess, but yeah.
Here's the thing. The ending is the best thing I've ever seen, but it is partially ruined due to the music that plays right after it. It just completely ruins the joke, in my opinion.
I think that's why it's probably my least I guess the first part of the joke is my favorite,
Yes.
and then the music that plays is my least favorite part. Is my least favorite joke. So
Well, it's the same exact ending as like Spider-Man: Homecoming, where Aunt May walks in, says the F word, and then it immediately cuts to like really happy, upbeat music, and that works really well. And that is what I think Josh should have done instead of what he did.
yeah, I think, and I feel like I feel like in the end that the music that he played probably dated it by a few years too, dated it a little.
Yeah.
Because the music that played it was a meme for a while.
Yes.
And that was a bit disappointing, but there's a lot of great jokes in it overall though, and the pacing's pretty good too, I think. Maybe it drags on a little at the end, but I think it's good pacing.
I demand a remake where they fix the ending scene.
It'll be a special edition, like the fucking Star Wars they do every time, you know?
Yes. I will make my own special director's cut of Pizza Delivery. If it
Can you
means-
have...
What?
Sorry.
No, I just finished.
Oh, okay. I think it needs the almond break instead of the music that plays at the end.
So you just want an entire drum sample.
Yeah, I just want that loop throughout the credits.
I mean, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, epic.
I mean, first I have to get the rights to Josh's likeness and his films. But like that shouldn't be a big deal, though. Are we gonna invite Josh on the podcast?
Probably, yeah. I want to talk about him more because I think he does make some great stuff. So yeah.
We would have to do that with him as a guest, so we could have like the
Yeah, definitely. And I think we probably I feel like, but we should focus on that later on, I guess. But we will probably have him one day. Yeah. And anything else you want to say about Pizza Delivery, a short film?
It promised to deliver some pizzas, but at the end of the day, it delivered a good film.
It brought heart, if you know what I'm saying. Delivered heart. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, but I think that's the end of the podcast, I suppose.
How do we close this?
Do
we have outro music yet?
Are
we gonna get it? Sure, that's my
maybe.
job.
Oh, alright. But with that, we'll see y'all homies next podcast.
I am your boy, BryanBeatMeat.
I am Daniel of the Damned, and with that,
This has been the MemeCast episode 2.
we don't talk about episode 1.
We're gonna talk about it. Episode 1 coming episode 3.